What happened to my Minecraft Hardcore series? I mean, the last episode was released on November 29th, 2021, over 2 months ago. That means no hardcore videos all December or January. We finally got an update about the complex fate of my hardcore world. So, soon after episode 4 came out, I began work on a new project. One that was far above everything else that I made up until that point, one that was only topped in raw might by a megacity by the name of Turtletown, which took me over 200 hours to create, that I created an oldish Minecraft server that you will hear more about later in today's video. The new project would be a custom mega village by the name of Shroomville, and after a few weeks of building every chance I got, it was complete, topped off with over 250 villagers, dual villager breeders, and probably the best looking facade you've ever seen in a villager trading hall. To say I was proud of it would be an understatement. However, there's one small problem: getting the time lapses I would need to show you to the build. To fully render all of the time lapses, I would need to spend around 24 hours just adding keyframes to the replay recordings, as well as going through all my files to make sure that the hard drive had enough space to handle all these recordings, render every day at school and overnight for a week or two straight, and find a solution to the problem where my replay mod would crash every time I attempt to even save keyframes in a replay file of over an hour in length. Basically, I bit off a bit more than I can chew in terms of content creation, and this is the main reason there's 5 weeks in my render distance manipulation video. My video is comparing Minecraft Bedrock Edition against Minecraft Java. On January 9th, I restarted an SMP I had with some friends. At this point in my hardcore world, I'd finished recording what would have been episode 6 and the beginnings of episode 7. The last season of the SMP had died shortly before I began work on my new hardcore world, and the new season never really took off. After this, I was left in a bit of a predicament. Almost always, I had a primary world, one that I really played on more than anything else, and that was my home within the game. That was the SMP from November 2020 to September 2021, and my hardcore world from November 21 to December. But I didn't want to make the backlog of video production, when compared to my actual progress, degrade my hardcore world, so I only played occasionally. I didn't want to play on the SMP because it was boring, with only me online most of the time. The server hadn't even been a month old and it was already dead. This is when I resolved to actually kicking into gear and actually grinding out my content. On January 5th to the 8th, I took a small vacation to Yosemite with a good friend of mine and his family. When I got back, I felt freshly renewed, less crushed by the ample responsibilities of life. It was then I really began working on my content again. However, disaster struck exactly one day before my best and most recent video, 10 of the most overpowered Minecraft tricks that revolutionized the game, premiered. It was the evening and I was playing and recording some hardcore Minecraft because I had nothing better to do with my life. I was planning then to begin work on draining an ocean monument, and I had just gathered some sponges, planning to gather sand next. But all my lashes were dangerously low in durability, so I flew over to a gold farm I had built and aggroed a pigman. Suddenly, my game froze. My heartbeat accelerated to 40 beats per minute faster than usual in a matter of seconds. I heard the sounds of zombie pigmen all around me, swarming and attacking me like I could do nothing about it. I began to spam the escape key, desperately trying to pause the game. I heard a totem pop. Eventually, I was able to pause the game. I was in 1 heart with no times in my inventory. There was no escaping this. This was the end. It would be pointless to ceaselessly use commands and cheat my way out of death. So I did the only honorable thing. I said my goodbyes, and in an act of acceptance, I resumed my game. I had died. The series was over. 774 days to hardcore Minecraft, 774 days full of amazing accomplishments and incredible builds. There was no cheating, no faking. This was the end. Honestly, I didn't expect to die. I had lore, an amazing idea for a fantastic storyline that I would have to scrap. Plans that expanded multiple thousand days past the time I died, yet I was not destroyed. I didn't cry afterward. In fact, I calmly walked upstairs and offered to help my dad prepare dinner for our family. I was calm and collected the whole time. I accepted my fate, not knowing whether to see the disaster as a tragedy or a weight off my shoulders, and although I still wonder whether me losing the world was all but a bad dream, I am still calm and collected and see it as an opportunity to restart, to do better. In the words of a YouTuber I like by the name of Looney, powerful items such as totems and god apples do little to prevent against the kind of incidents that destroys to the endgame hardcore worlds. The kind of disasters that are unavoidable, coming with time to everyone in every world. And he could not have been more right. So here we are today. We just lost our hardcore world, which sucks, but honestly, it's kind of a relief. No more having to procrastinate rendering my replay footage. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. I mean, just making this video is a weight off my shoulders. Sometime soonish, I'll be getting a new computer and transferring all my worlds onto it. It has an 8-core 11th Gen i7, CPU subject to change, a Radeon RX 580 graphics card, and a fresh new 4TB hard drive. I can't wait to get it, but even before I get it, I'll be starting a new hardcore series. Not sure exactly when the first episode is coming out, but expected to be about 1 to 3 videos into the future. That's about it, so thank you so much for watching, dear viewer. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in whatever my next video is, whether it's hardcore or not.